the secret meeting that changed rap music and destroyed a generation. I finally decided to tell the world what I witnessed in 1991. He explained that the companies we worked for had invested millions into the building of privately owned prisons, and that our positions of influence in the music industry would actually impact the profitability of these investments. Sure enough, someone asked what these prisons were and what any of this had to do with music. We were told that these prisons were built by privately owned companies who received funding from the government based on the number of inmates. The more inmates, the more the government would pay these prisons. It was also made clear to us that since these prisons are privately owned, as they become publicly traded, we'd be able to buy shares. Our job would be to help make this happen by making music which promote criminal behavior, rap being the music of choice.
Yo, what's good, people? We back. Had to come through about this, man. I know I spoke about this before, but I want to clarify a little because in connection with what it really is. This secret hip-hop letter, right? This is like the hip-hop Willie Lynch letter. The hip-hop Willie Lynch letter. The hip-hop Willie Lynch letter that Crazy Bone is reading, it has become a document. It is a matter of fact, it is a document because it was a document that was released just like the Willie Lynch letter. It is a document. I found it online one time and I printed it out. It was like 50 pages long. You know what I'm saying? And it was real lengthy. So coming from some anonymous person explaining this secret meeting, the purpose, a lot of details and everything about it, right? But what he's saying, right, not basically, because it's really deep, can't really say basically, but basically there was this letter that came out at about, was it 91? I think they said it came out in 91, you know, and in 1991 is where we saw the beginning of the release of the big-time West Coast gangster movies and the promotion of West Coast gangster rap. NWA had been out since 89, you know, was it called like commercially, but 91, they're at their peak, and they are the ones who are credited with gangster rap. And the thing about this letter is that this is what white supremacy is. This is what white supremacy is. This is why we talk about it. Because listen, there is no singular white person ever on earth that black people have, that we have been like, oh man, we gotta stop him, or if we stop him, we win. Never. It's the system of white supremacy. The system of white supremacy is how poor white cracker trash a lot can have advantages anywhere, any advantage they get. You get what I'm saying? So this letter was written, the document was written with the purpose, basically a predictive programming type of letter. Basically let you know that this is what we are going to do. This is how we are going to do it to you. This is how we're going to do it, and this is what we're going to do. It wasn't a thing of them reporting about what's been happening and everything like that, because that's how they like to trick you as a black person. They like to trick you and making you believe and think that, oh man, we've been doing this and they just been fucking up, not knowing that the people that you've been seeing doing it are working for them. These are people that's been arrested for unscrupulous charges, for taking a piss on the tree. The cops pull up on them. Now they got their record gets pulled up, and then now they either have to start working or do 15 years for taking a piss on the tree. So those people that you see doing a lot of shit that you see written in these letters, you be like, oh man, that letter real. You know what I'm saying? No, that person is working. These are the eyes I'm trying to open up here. You know what I'm saying? To let you know what we see. So when Crazy Bone is saying that gangster rap, right? These rap labels are these rap labels and everything like that are funding private prisons, a private prison hustle, right? Let's get into the private prison hustle. If you ever seen that movie Joy Road, great movie Joy Road, about Joy Road in Detroit. Got Avon Barksdale in there, you know what I'm saying? And starring Avon Barksdale or what have you, but and it's about private prisons, because the private prison hustle is really a private prison hustle. You wouldn't believe how these private prisons hustle. These private prisons hustlers are in our community. You know what I'm saying? They're in our community, and the thing about it is that that's really what the letter is getting at and letting you know when they try to connect gangster rap to private prison. What else did they try to connect to private prisons? Michael Jordan and Jordans. They try to make it seem like Jordan was funding private prisons off of all these black people buying Jordans. So they're really trying to make it, really trying to let you know that, listen, private prisons are being funded by you. The music you like, the sneakers you like, the weed you like, you know what I'm saying? All of that money is going to fund private prisons. And you know why? Because, all right, I'm not going to go there yet. But these private prisons, and you just heard Ice Cube come out and say that a couple months ago in an interview. He said, yo, like, a lot of these owners of private prisons they own rap labels too. And then it's funny, right? When we see, I hate saying the names, but when we try to make a point, this is how you make a point. But when you see the Sexy Reds, and when you see the Little Namblers, and we see the what else is I don't even know, that group. You know what I'm saying? When you see them, the culture that they're getting at is that private prison inmate culture. That's different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all understand the difference. And let me tell you, the private prison hustle is different from the state prison hustle, because the state prisons, their money comes out the same pot that goes to hospitals, schools, public housing, parks, and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Their money comes out of that. So it's individually, it breaks down to less money for whoever's involved and really trying to, this is their way. But the letter is not real. The letter is fake. The letter is fake. The letter is a fake document put out to make you believe that they're capitalizing off your bad behavior, but they really are infiltrating your community, forcing this bad behavior. Just like the Willie Lynch letter. The Willie Lynch letter was fake. I've been knowing this for years, that the Willie Lynch letter was fake. You look at the Willie Lynch letter. When I first saw the Willie Lynch letter, I thought it was real too. I was a kid. I thought it was real too. Like, oh man, this is why black people, dark-skinned and light-skinned people have problems. This is what jungle fever was about. Oh man. Then old versus young. No. All of that was explaining how we are going to divide you. We are going to do it to you, and how we are going to do it to you. This is how we're going to keep you separate. You know what I'm saying? That's why when we try to speak on this and we see the game that they're doing with the with black immigrants, they've been doing this ever. Like, listen, trust me, Lyndon Baines Johnson had this in mind when he signed the bill. He didn't have it in mind like, oh man, well, they'll just come over here and get with these black folks. Like, no. He signed the bill with this in mind, knowing like that we will never put them in position. So they're playing the same game right now. The Willie Lynch letter was fake. So with the Willie Lynch letter being fake, this hip hop letter being fake, we know now that the predictive programming that they've been getting away with isn't going to go on anymore. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't go on anymore because we can we're seeing through all of this shit, which is why they want to ban TikTok, which is why they want to ban these mediums of information transfer, because we when we get to trade the information, it becomes illegal all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? When we find a way, it becomes illegal, just like mixtapes. When mixtapes started, became an industry, all of a sudden mixtapes is illegal. All of a sudden the labels got a problem with mixtapes. Who own the labels? The same people that own private prisons. Oh, isn't that funny? And so we see that this is their game. This is their plan. This is their strategy. Our strategy is the streets. We always like, we don't die, we multiply. So it's 2024 now. It's 2024, so they're trying to come with like one of them like spiked metal bat strikes. You know what I'm saying? To like stop us getting up. You know what I'm saying? And the only way they could do that is if you allow them to. But because right now, if they don't stop us, we won. You know what I'm saying? We would have officially won. We unofficially won already now, but we can't officially win. And they will be beneath us, and then things will turn, and that's why they're threatening all this violence, because they would rather die, because they are scared because of what they've done and the deeds that they've done. They are scared. They would rather die than live being perceived as inferior in America. But that's different, right? But not really. But the Willie Lynch letter was fake. So if the Willie Lynch letter was fake, and you see how it was fake, I put just this passage up here so that you can read how, it's a known fact that it was a hoax. And when you know that the Willie Lynch letter was a hoax, and you look at the damage that it has caused, what do you think the reason for even putting it out was? What do you think the reason that the hip-hop Willie Lynch letter was even released? What do you think the reason is for that? Why it was put out as a message to other label owners, for them to know how to operate? Trust me, all these label owners have seen this shit. They seen this shit back in the day. You think Dr. Dre didn't see the shit? You think Dame Dash never saw the shit? You think Suge Knight never saw the shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. They know about the shit. They know the shit was fake too, because they know the real people who are making shit happen. So I'm gonna go and get out of here on this one. Just know when you see these documents, it's the same thing as media. The same thing as when you look at the newspaper. Remember in Training Day, what they say? 90% of this shit is bullshit, but I read it for entertainment. The days are long, all right? But I'm gonna go and get out of here, man. I'm out.